In their wake comes carnage and death. Some are primal creatures who only serve their base instinct of bringing forth destruction, while others serve ruthless, implacable, and unrelenting masters. Others, well, we will discuss the possibility of their existence as well. I like dogs, so you can imagine how having hounds take the forefront in some of the story's major occurrences sent a shiver of excitement down my spine. Weary travelers of the Malaverse, stick with me as we discuss about the hounds in the Malazan universe, real and imagined. For as long as man has waged war, both real and fictional war of course, which is a long time, the use of animals in war is inevitable. Horses, camels, some types of birds, elephants, dogs, I mean you name it, and mankind has probably tried to use it in warfare. The same is the case in the Malaverse. The Hundril, the Wiccans, Seti, Bagast, and others all used war dogs of some kind. Even the Aimas forced the A into their gathering ritual, which made them undead for over 300 millennia. So humans and other races in the Malaverse have used canines to assist them in the implementation of their will. But just so as there exist ascendant races, there exist ascendant canines, also called the hounds. While the ascendant races represent the order and structure of the warrens in which they are aligned to, the ascendant canines represent the primal aspects of the warren, the raw chaotic nature of the warren. In the story itself, we have interacted with 4 different ascendant canines. 1. The Hounds of Light. The Hounds of Light. While an absolutely little bunch the group of 10 hounds were, they are probably the least impressive in both power and cunning in comparison to the other hounds. They were presumably forged in Kural Thirlan, that's Elder Light, and it was probably one of those ascendants of light who did it. 2 of them joined the Hounds of Shadow after Doan and Gunrod fell to Rake in the Rivi Plains when Rake clashed with Shadow Throne in an epic convergence. When finally Rake fell to Dasim in Darujistan, 8 other Hounds of Light manifested in Darujistan and tried to claim Dragnipur for their master, who was presumably the Lyosan leader. In that convergence in Darujistan, which saw another epic clash of worlds, which saw only 4 Hounds of Light survive and run back to Thirlan to lick their wounds. These remaining hounds later fought at the first show when the hounds faced off against the Shake or the Sheikh, I'm not really sure about the pronunciation, at the shores of night or light, whatever you want to call it. In this bloody battle, which saw 1,000 Lyosan warriors fall to Dejan Delic, Elaine fell to him and the hast blade he wielded as well. The remaining Hounds of Light put up a brave fight, but in the face of a Shake master swordsman wielding a dragon-slaying sword and the blood of the defenders of Elder Night running through his veins, the Hounds of Light were nothing but mutts, so they fell. Hounds of Darkness, the Deragoth. While they are almost certain creatures of Galain, Elder Night, the Deragoth have shown service to no master in the entire series. All their actions have been purely on base instinct and sheer arrogance and belief in their power and place atop the food chain. While the other hounds have had masters in the story, the Deragoth have in fact subjugated an elder race which the Aimas were descendants of, as we saw in the time pocket which Osak had been vacationing in. We have interacted with only 7 of these Hounds of Darkness, though I suppose there are chances there might be or there might have been more. There was a temple in which they were worshipped as gods, and their likenesses had been carved. When Tral and Onrak freed 2 of those hounds, the 2 of them manifested in 7 cities and carved a path of slaughter and destruction, including dispensing a few Aslan demons before ultimately meeting their end at the hands of a Toblakai warrior trailing chains of souls, wielding an unbreakable god of a sword. The other 5 were freed by Ganus Paran and the Ghost Hedge to counter the threat of Dejim Nebral. The gears on the Deragoth to hunt Dejim was not as overwhelming as capturing their shadows, but them capturing their quarry at last meant the death of an ascendant Divus created by the first human emperor, and also the death of a goddess. The Hounds of Shadow. In the beginning they were 7 in total, in service to the lawless realm of Shadow, And when Shadow Throne and Cotillion were on the verge of ascendancy, I guess Kellanved had already ascended at that point, they struck a deal with Kellanved to get into their service. At the start of the Fallen series, they were responsible for wiping out an entire company of Malazan cavalry. That's 400 soldiers. Can you imagine how lightning fast they would have to be to take out an entire company of Malazans? I can only assume there were also mages among them. They were also involved in every one of Shadow Throne's schemes, from chasing down Paran in the Rivi Plains where two fell to Dragnipur, to accompanying their masters to escapades throughout the world. They have shown to be insanely protective of the Shadow Realm and are relentless in pursuit of trespassers. When Dancer and Kellanved were still mortal and had not mastered the realm of Shadow, they were pursued throughout the fragments of Emulan and faced off a few times before finally striking a bargain with the Hounds at Malaz Isle. The Hounds chased Kiska and Leoman as well, as Kiska was searching for the lost Tai Shrain, the High Mage. The Hounds of Shadow have also been the ascendant canines that we have interacted with the most, but there were speculations that they are manifestation of hounds of every warren. Hounds of Death, I imagine, would be pretty damned scary. What of primal manifestation of the Holds and even of the Wanderings? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash a like on the video and subscribe for more Malazan content like this. I am Mazalan, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.